This stream right now, we just went over 2 segments about the ICE shooting that just took place of Alex Pretty. Not 1 week after, I believe it's 1 week after the shooting of Renee Good. So ICE is killing all that is good and pretty, ironically, or coincidentally, I guess. But anyway, Ben Shapiro has thoughts about these crazy woke TikToker lunatics that are just off their rocker about ICE. You know, they're like, I'm sure that they're overblowing the entire situation. Let's take a look. Oh my God, I didn't know Hassan Piker was going to be on Ben Shapiro's show today. That's crazy.
Well, here we
Oh God, not the editing. I forgot that like the TikTok reviews they always got this editor.
are again. And my producers have gathered a bunch of woke TikTok clips about ICE.
All right, boys.
And
ICE freakouts.
They're going to torture me with those right now.
This is a tutorial on how you can waste ICE's time. Hypothetically speaking, of course, not that I've ever done this, nor would I ever, because who would want to waste a government agency's time? However, hypothetically speaking, if you wanted to, these are a few ways that you could try it out. So ICE has a tip line that's available on their website. It's listed right there. And you can call it 24/7 to report suspicious activity related to illegal immigration. If you manage to get an ICE officer on the phone, you can always just make up a 1 or 2 minute scenario of...
Hold on, we have something important. Have you come to say hi? Yes, hello. Yeah, show your butt to everybody. They all want to see that. Hello, ma'am. I've seen too much.
Something that never happened that they can look into. However, if you get the voicemail, which is much more common, I recommend leaving a wet, juicy fart sound effect. This one is currently my favorite. They also have a hotline that you can text, and
That's so stupid. If you're going to waste their time, the best way to waste their time is to sound legit. Or give them false information. Like lead them to like a McDonald's or something. Lead them to a Walmart, or like you can look up government's addresses, like government there are a bunch of government people whose addresses you can just look up. Just look up like your closest conservative representative's address and then like send them
figured
there.
out that you can send images to
See
the
what
number.
happens, why not?
As you can see, I took great advantage of that and I sent them my favorite image. All of this is hypothetical. I would
Why is that his favorite image? Why is his favorite image the image of the female bunny from Zootopia?
Do you really want to know?
By the way, if you actually do falsely report a crime to
The bunny from Zootopia, look, there's a lot of Rule 34 out there of her. I'm not surprised.
Police or to ICE or to
It's
law
a bunny.
enforcement, that is a crime. So you probably should not take that guy's advice. Also,
I'm sorry, bunny rabbits have like always been sexualized.
if you think that ICE is spending
Look
any
at
time
Playboy.
at all listening to your wet, juicy fart noises on the line as opposed to they hear immediately what it is and just delete it, you're crazy.
This is
Well, yeah, but the point is you're wasting their time, which is great.
a really amazing point, actually. ICE is completely unaware of the fact that they have zero jurisdiction over American citizens.
Okay, can you stop there for a second? Does ICE know that they have no jurisdiction over American citizens? I mean, in what capacity? If you obstruct justice, they do in fact have jurisdiction to arrest you if you get in their way, so they can do that. Their main remit.
The jurisdiction, I'm sorry, the guy's wrong. Like, ICE has total power and control over your life right now because Donald Trump basically said that they can do whatever they want. So it's not a matter of like the jurisdiction they have, the authority that they have. It's a matter of defend your life, okay? Like, do what it takes to, get out of a confrontation with ICE unscathed.
Is to enforce immigration law. So yes, they are. That's like
ICE is not Gestapo, are they not?
saying that the police
Yeah, they
don't
kind
have
of are.
jurisdiction over American citizens who are not committing crimes. Well, yes, definitionally that is not there, but they are going to have to interact with American citizens.
I want to see real quick. I think Ben Shapiro recorded this before the whole, because this came out a day ago. So I just want to see if he said anything on Twitter about Alex Pretty. Oh, he hasn't said nothing yet. Oh, he's quiet about it. Uh-oh. That's how you know. He's like trying to figure out what to do here. Uh-oh.
In order
We'll have to look at the
determine
other
who's
Daily
committing
Wire members
crime.
too.
And, well, when you consider that that's
He is high as balls. I will give Ben Shapiro and his editor that much.
by design, you come to understanding.
That ICE is the Gestapo? Wait, what? Either this guy is so profound I misunderstand him, or he's...
They're worse? Okay, but you understand what people mean when they say ICE is Gestapo. You get what they mean, you know? Like, the Gestapo is not good. Let's not pit two bad bitches against each other
high
here.
and talking into a camera.
I just thought of a new name for ICE. We should call them the ICE.
He was absolutely high off
like
his mind.
the Gestapo.
Oh,
But ICE.
now that you said it. Oh.
So I will be referring to them from now on as ICE-stapo.
My favorite part of this video is when
Okay.
this person explains ICE Stapo as though it's not self-explanatory.
If there's an anti-ICE coalition that ends up forming, I just want them to call themselves icebreakers. I think that'd be sick.
It's like ICE, but also the
Being high doesn't mean you're wrong. Sometimes you're more correct when you're high.
Gestapo. It's the ICE Stapo. Oh! Now that I didn't get it, and then you explained
Okay,
it,
that
and
was
now
funny, that was
now I
funny.
understand it.
It's officially started. ICE is going door to door, and they will specifically target a house if it has a certain race of occupants
Okay, is it... I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
or if they were protesting.
What? Okay, first of all, you
It's officially
Hold on.
started. ICE is going door to door, and they will specifically target a house if it has a certain race.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. ICE has literally said, like, journalists have found documentation stating ICE has internal protocol that you can just go knock down people's doors now. You can just do that if you're ICE. Isn't that cool? Buy guns.
Of occupants inside, or if they were
It is very pretty
protesting.
hair.
what? Okay, first of all, you do actually have to have a warrant if you want to search inside a house. If you have a reasonable suspicion that someone has committed a crime or there's a crime ongoing, then they can enter into an area where the crime is ongoing. The look of these people, I mean, my goodness, everyone here has what I have termed face tattoo syndrome. It's deliberately provocative.
Wait, there's no face tattoos on this person. There's a neck tattoo, to be fair, but that's different.
They will bust
It's deliberately provocative appearance. And then if you note their deliberately provocative appearance, then they say that you're being crazy or racist or looks driven.
And now there are videos going around that show that if you don't answer the door, they will bust it down with ramming tools and shields and rifles. I know what you may be thinking.
That's bad, Ben. That's a
but
bad
Haley,
thing.
Doesn't that violate the Fourth Amendment? Yes, it does. They do not care.
I mean, they do care because then you can take them to court. And also any
Court, brother. Donald Trump spit on the court like last year. We're done with courts. Like there's no more due process. There's no more due process. You just you get your ass killed or shipped off to Mexico or some other place where there's lots of brown people if he doesn't like you.
products of crime that are found during an illegal search and seizure would be ruled
The
out
Atlantic
under
Ocean.
the exclusionary rule.
They'll
under
just drop you out of the
Ohio.
jet.
So yeah, what you're nope. But again, don't take your legal advice. from people
actually, that's
who
against
have
the
white
law.
hair here and a white
Actually, you
eyebrow
can go to
here
court
and
for
black
that.
hair here and a black eyebrow there. Don't do that. It's weird.
Wait. Oh, I didn't notice the eyebrow.
Yes, it
It looks like it's kind of cut off right there.
does. They do not
Huh.
care.
No, I mean, the eyebrow here
I think it
and
looks
black
fine.
hair here and a black eyebrow there. Don't do that. It's
What Ben needs to not do is grow this beard. Shave it off. You look so much better without it.
What a senseless thing to do with your life.
The American dream has always been about building something of your own, taking an idea, some hard work. Shopify.com/Shapiro.
Ready with me before work. I wake up around 6 a.m.
Oh no, I hate these videos.
because I'm a little ashamed
Wait, did they just use a Michael Knowles react?
of work. I wake up around 6 a.m.
They did. They used Michael Knowles. Okay.
Oh no, I hate these videos.
because I'm a little ashamed of what I do. But just because I can't be identified doesn't mean I don't want to smell nice. And that's it. Time for work. Just a typical day. I'm gonna assault these people and handcuff this guy.
Oh, that is what ICE agents do. They just walk down the street and randomly punch people who are holding coffee. And that does sound like what an ICE agent does. Also, they take weird videos of themselves in
No, they just shoot you. They just shoot you instead for holding a phone in their general direction.
the mornings using a strange ASMR.
Courts are so 2015 and also dead people can't sue. True.
ICE isn't just like the Gestapo. They're closer to slave catchers.
Oh.
And once that clicks, a lot of people get real uncomfortable real fast. Every time ICE comes up, someone reaches for that
Oh, what do you know? Somebody agrees with you, Plague Mercury.
Gestapo comparison. And I get why they do it. Raids in the middle of the night, neighbors disappearing, families gone before breakfast.
I just think, like, let's not get caught up when somebody says ICE is the Gestapo and you're like, no, Sweaty, they're closer. Like, we get it. They're bad. That's the point. That's the bottom line here. They're very bad.
People were taught to recognize, as long as it happened to people that look like them. But that comparison is doing a whole lot of emotional work that it just doesn't deserve. Because structurally, historically,
she's like
ICE
glowing, by the way.
does not move like
whatever she did with her makeup is very
the
good.
Gestapo. They move like slave patrols. And the reason nobody wants to say that out loud is because slave patrols aren't foreign. They're not exotic. They're not evil elsewhere. They're American, homegrown.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Wow. So they're not bad enough. They're even worse because they're racist and also like the Gestapo. So they're like slave patrols.
Yeah, there's such a thing as irreparable harm, and that's something no court, no suing, no money can compensate for. Yeah, like, oh, don't worry. Those people who shot Renee Good and Alex Preddy can just, like, their families can sue. Their families can just sue and get a bunch. I mean, basically, if you think about it, like, a couple $1 million from the Donald Trump administration is just like having your loved one still there, if you really think about it, you know?
Because if there's one thing that we know about slaves, it's that they were attempting to illegally immigrate into America. They weren't brought here, you know, through force. Slaves. They tried to come here. America.
Did we really just do like the SpongeBob? I gotta say, I don't think that sound effect fits this visual.
America. They weren't brought here, you know, through force. Slaves. They tried
choice.
to come here. They weren't trying to escape from
we did it again.
Parts of America. They came here voluntarily and then were attempting to overstay their visas. That's what slaves would do.
Slave patrols were legal.
Okay, here's the thing. If somebody comes here on a visa and then they overstay it, just tell them, hey, you've overstayed your visa. Please renew it, okay? Please renew it and make it easy for them to do so. Why do we have to then deport them? What if they're doctors? Hell, what if they're farm workers? We kind of need them, you know? Like, if they're here on a visa and they overstay it, don't just immediately go, well, we got to deport them because they're 1 minute late on their visa renewing it. What are you talking about?
State funded, community supported. Their job was simple. Stop people, demand proof, and decide on site who belonged and who didn't. No crime required, no trial, no explanation.
Well,
just papers, accent, skin,
hold up. I mean, forget about let's talk about what ICE.
Isn't she's correct.
Belonged and who didn't. No crime required, no trial, no explanation.
Well,
just papers, accent, skin,
hold up.
presence.
I mean, forget about.
Yes.
Let's talk about what ICE does. There's a due process required for deporting people. That is
no, there's not. No, there's not. No, people are literally on Twitter like right now saying, well, illegal immigrants don't deserve due process, which is really funny because it's like, how the else are you supposed to figure out if they're legally or illegally? Ben Shapiro's so weird. That's pretty true.
If you don't think there's a difference between like an illegal immigrant who came to the United States, presumably to make more money,
fascist
back home, and a slave who escaped from actual slavery in the United States and then was recaptured and put back in slavery by people working for the government. I don't even know what to tell you. This is.
They get so uppity anytime we remind them that slavery did not happen that long ago. You know, they really, really want to bury that one and never talk about it again because it's so inconvenient. Like, it's a great comparison point. She's not wrong. They are like slave catchers a little bit. I can definitely see that through line, for sure.
Insanity, it is. There's the septum ring. It never misses.
So what symbols are we going to start hanging
septum
on our
ring.
doors to let people know it's okay and this is a safe space?
Probably
for
they,
ICE?
them
Because I've been
pronouns.
trying to think of something to hang on either my porch or my window to let people know that if they...
He's white-splaining slave catchers to a black woman. Well, the black woman you see was non-Jew-splaining the Gestapo to a Jew. So if you think about it, it kind of
We
cancels
need to
out.
run. Right here, baby. Because we're not allowed to, you know, wave
Good
people
Lord.
over. We're not allowed to call to them like, hey, come over here. Because
You mean
that's
obstruct justice?
accessory to a crime, and you can be arrested for that. But if somebody, you know, were to run in...
A symbol for a safe spaces from ICE is literally just like the pride flag. I'm not saying it's a catch-all. Like, there are certainly people who would fly the pride flag who still agree with what ICE is doing. But I think in general, if you're trying to find a space that will be safe from ICE, and protect you and your rights. Someplace with a pride flag would probably do that.
Inside your house, you don't have any obligation to help them. You just use your Fifth Amendment. Just don't speak to ICE. Don't open the door. Don't speak to them. Don't say anything because they're not going to have a warrant. And
Well,
if you
they
say something,
might have a
and say,
warrant.
like, oh, they're
Yeah,
in
don't
here,
talk to them.
then you
Whatever you do, if an ICE agent shows up at your door, you do not say a word except like, I invoke the fifth. That's it. You don't tell them your name. You don't tell them where you're going. You don't tell them where you came from. You don't try to argue with them. Nothing. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. Please leave. Please leave. That's it. And record.
you're an accessory to their crime.
I have the symbol. The symbol should just be a nose with a septum ring in it. Just put on a flag outside. It's just a nose with a septum ring.
So how are we going to let these people know if you need to run? I'm right here.
Apparently, she said she wanted to put a Mexican flag on her porch, but it might be too obvious.
She's not
Also,
entirely
a little
wrong.
racist. But it might be too
what?
obvious. Also, a little racist.
She wanted to put a Mexican flag. Wait, what?
And you're
Put on a flag outside. It should just be a nose.
Wait, is this AI? The flag is most certainly AI. Yeah, I see okay, if we zoom in on the bottom left here, I see a little fault in the wood. Okay, it doesn't look like, okay, maybe the background here is not AI. It's hard to tell anymore. Wait, hold on. What the fuck is this? This house? Yeah, because like, yeah, it has to be. What about the shadows? Does AI have the shadows figured out yet? It looks like the shadows are all facing the same direction. It's genuinely hard to tell.
Outside. It's just a nose with a septum ring.
So how are we going to let these people know if you need to run? I'm right here.
Apparently, she said she wanted to put a Mexican flag on her porch, but it might be too obvious. Also, a little racist. Mexican flag. There are a lot of Mexican Americans who are legal citizens of the United States. In fact, right now, people who tend to be overstaying their visas are
Yeah, a Mexican flag's not going to work.
not from Mexico.
You know what? He just left.
We're talking about ICE. What does ICE stand for?
Immigration, control.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement, okay?
Oh.
Is ICE above the law?
No.
Yes.
No one is
No, they are, though. They are. They shouldn't be, but they are.
above the law, and if they break it, they should be held accountable, just like any of y'all, right?
Here's the problem with saying police aren't above the law, ICE isn't above the law, the president's not above the law. The problem is who checks them? Who enforces that over the people who enforce the law? You need people to enforce the law on people who enforce the law? Yes, people who enforce the law, especially if they are agreeing with each other and working in tandem, are quite literally above the law.
ICE lied to you.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes, they can, and they absolutely will. They'll also try and bait you into saying or doing something.
That's probably it,
Mothy.
Mothy.
Don't take the bait. Can ICE profile you?
No.
I do gotta say, he does remind me of like the Dare people a little bit. You guys know those Dare people who would come in and talk to you about condoms and shit, and like how to like they would tell you how to make crack but then tell you not to make it. He's kind of giving that, but like a little more new age version of that.
Yes.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes, they can. ICE can judge and target you based off the color of your skin,
No.
the language that you speak,
Yes.
or the job that you work.
Yes,
Well,
that's
no, it's
that's
a
literally
combination
documented.
of a variety of factors that lead to a reasonable suspicion you might be an illegal immigrant. They can't just look at you, say you're brown, and then arrest you. That's not a thing.
They can though.
Dude, you're barely even brown.
Again, this is, I assume, part of.
Okay, but who's stopping them? He's like, oh, you can sue ICE. You can go to court with them over it. No, you can't. Especially if you're dead. You know, like they've killed people already. They're going to do it again. Like they are quite literally above the law at this point. Donald Trump has full control over what they do and say. He supports them and everything. Okay. And since Donald Trump just seems to, not get in trouble ever. Yes, Trump and ICE are literally above the law.
One of these educational programs designed to
At
help
this
you
point in
obstruct
history.
ICE in the pursuit of their job, which only makes things more violent, of course.
Do y'all remember this card from the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah? These are your rights.
Let's see.
Do
Hey,
not
Alice, let
open
me
the
see.
door. Stranger
Yeah.
Danger 101. Don't answer any questions.
Don't open the door.
You have the right to be silent, so be silent.
What he's saying is not legally wrong. It's just why
I say, do not come in.
Incredible
Go
desire
away.
to obstruct law enforcement from doing their job. It's kind of an amazing thing. Alrighty, so as you can see, we have bred an enormous number of people in the United States who have no historical context for the things that they say, who don't know what ICE actually does or what it stands for, and who make lots of Gestapo and slave patrol comparisons without any sort of actual knowledge. So great. Well done, TikTok, as usual.
Hassan's back. Yeah, Ben Shapiro hasn't commented yet on the most recent murder. It'll be interesting to see what he makes of it. Because, real quick, before we get off of this, let me see, has Matt Walsh said anything? Because originally I was going to cover something Matt Walsh did, which I might still. Hold on. He is reposting on Twitter. Here we go. Alex Preddy died so this man and others like him can stay in this country to rape kids. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing to say about a 37-year-old ICU nurse. Oh, here we go. Wait. This ICE situation is really complex. My take is more nuanced. I want our immigration laws to be enforced, but I just want them to do it without using any force and without anyone ever getting hurt. And with anything sad or upsetting happening ever, and if the people we're trying to deport don't want to be deported, or if liberal activists don't want us to deport them, then obviously, in that case, we shouldn't do it. But I'm totally a conservative on the issue. Unless people get mad at me, then never mind. Please don't yell. I'm sorry. How was that? Was that a good Matt Walsh? Yeah, he's being very serious. And, you know, I know that Matt Walsh is pro-life. All these pro-life people just seem to not care that somebody just got killed. I just find that incredibly interesting, you know? So he loves people getting executed for filming ICE. Got it. Shocker. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have expected any less. I am very curious about what Ben Shapiro is going to say, though. That one will be interesting. Hi, thanks so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. I just wanted to let you all know that I love and appreciate everybody in my community, whether you can support me financially or just by liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. It helps way more than you know. That being said, I do want to give a very special thanks to my tier 4 subs, which would be Space Timid and Hot Take Andy. And thanks so much to my monetary subscribers from any of the tiered subs or anybody who gives me money in any form, including going to my Patreon shop, donating money to me directly. It all helps way more than you know. If you do decide to help me financially, you can get some really cool perks like early access to content, exclusive access to censored videos, also some really cool badges next to your name. Even if you can't afford a monetary subscription, just watching, sharing, and commenting on my content helps way more than you know. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next video.